What's up, dudes? Max here. So, just the other day, and actually happening later today, all the first wave of costumes are coming out for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'm kind of making it a sort of tradition because the last time we did this was way back when Ultimate Marvel 3 came out, and then all the characters in that game got alternate costumes as well. I didn't want to really go into the extreme lore, although I know quite a bit about some of the references some of the costumes are hinting towards. I kind of just want to take a look at them, gauge them one by one, because some of them are just... Some of them make me, like, rage-induced, and some of them I think look really cool, so I just want to go over all the first wave of costumes that are available for Marvel Infinite's DLC, and these are essentially the premium costumes that are going to be in the game, kind of similar to what we already saw with Evil Ryu, as well as Mega Man X Command Mission and things like that. Although we did learn that those characters will be getting more costumes for themselves, because in this first wave, we're already seeing new costumes for Ryu as well as Thor. That means we're going to get something for X around the corner as well, but that's going to be before the end of this year, because right now there's only about half the roster with costumes available, and then the next half comes later. The other tough thing is the price point of this, because it is a costume pack. It's $30, but it is $30 for 30 characters at about $1 per costume, and if you don't do the $1 per costume pack, you essentially have to pay like $4 per costume, which... I don't know if that's similar to what they did with like Street Fighter V, if not Ultra Street Fighter 4, but it's a big investment. They're lucky some of these look really damn cool. But let's start taking a look at them, and I'll give you my gut reaction to all of these as we go along. So first up is Iron Man. This is like I think it's one of the symbiote versions of Iron Man. I think it looks pretty good. The alternate colors actually look fantastic for this costume as well. I don't know, if I was going to rate it, I'd give this one about a 7. It doesn't look incredible, but it doesn't look specifically bad either, and there's a lot of stuff they can do with Iron Man, and I'm sure it could have been worse. Now, you want to talk about a character that looked completely average and was absolutely throwaway in terms of his design, and it was Hawkeye in Marvel Infinite. Essentially, he just looks like not Wesker. Goddamn, talk about going from one edge completely to the other, because this shit looks awesome. I am completely down with this adjustment to Hawkeye, and I'm not even too sure exactly what direct costume it's referencing, because once again, not a huge Marvel guy. I only know a lot about the X-Men, and I'm assed out in this game. But I think he looks really damn good. If you want to talk about changing a character's design completely, this one's good. I might actually give this one a 9 or a 10, and I hate Hawkeye. Like, I really dislike Hawkeye in general, so yeah, they made him look friggin' cool. Thor, I feel, is kind of average. It's sort of throwaway-ish. Like, this is a Thor costume I've seen every once in a while here and there. I'm not super down with it, although I don't think it's terrible. I do like bearded Thor much better than really crazy-looking face Thor. Since Thor's model doesn't look amazing in Marvel Infinite, I think covering up some of those aspects is a bit better. So, it's okay. Doesn't get me excited in any way at all. Is that a half-axe hammer? An axe hammer? Eh, whatever. I'm gonna give it like a 6. This one. Oh my god, this one. I did not know what it was directly referencing, and I saw the comic book where it came from, and yes, it does look like period accurate to what the heck it was coming from. But in terms of its execution in the game, oh my god, dude. Like, Captain America already looked really weird. I don't know why his body type has to look like Thor. Like, that doesn't make any damn sense to me. Cap, you look really weird, and somehow you look even more weird. Some of the in-game action shots look a little bit better, like slightly better, but I don't know, man. There are so many other options they could have gone with. Can't we just get like kind of a not as roided out Captain America? I think that'd be great. I'm gonna give this one like a 5. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Captain Marvel's is fantastic. I think this is what a lot of people were looking for in terms of kind of just a completely different alternate character slash style. She looks really damn good, and all things considered, it's referencing another character, which is a good thing, without still taking away the fact that it is still Captain Marvel. I think this is a great costume. I mean, this reminds me a lot of old X-Men stuff, so it just leaves me hope that maybe that can happen in the future, and it'll look as good as this, so I'm giving this one like a 9. Probably one of the better alternate costumes in this entire thing. Holy shit, I love this one. I was already halfway on the fence about playing a little bit of Hulk, just because nobody's using him. And when you get really close in on Hulk and see the details of his body, he actually looks really cool despite his kind of funky face. So I was sort of leaning in that direction, but my god, dude, I think, like, Mafioso Thor, you'll tell me exactly what this is referencing and where it's coming from, but I think this looks great. The good thing about all these costumes is that they do come with alternate colors as well, so they get 4 colors just like Evil Ryu and the other Thor costume and stuff like that. But I easily think this is one of the best ones. I think it looks fantastic. I think Thor is kind of a tough character to use in this game, but he looks to be fun. He seems to have some abusable stuff, which is why I want to play him. I'm giving this one like an 8. I think it's really damn good. Doctor Strange looks friggin' awesome. Not too much of an interest in playing Strange, because he's a bit easier to use in this game, but he's got some great gimmicks with the bolts of ballsack. But I think this costume is really damn cool. He actually kind of reminds me of that one Magneto costume that got taken away from Ultimate Marvel 3. Not bad looking, is okay. It's just, man, I think it's something with Doctor Strange's weird, like, cargo pants that he has. Not cargo pants, but, like, his weird black slacks that he has in the current version that are a little off. I think this looks really good. I'm going to give this one probably between a 7 or an 8. I'll just give it an 8. I think it looks great. Holy fuck, they turned Dormammu into Dark Khan. I know some people are going to love this, but man, after just getting over a Fighting History episode not that long ago where we talked about Dark Khan a lot, this is fucking hilarious to me. And I'm sure it's absolutely referencing something in the comics, but the Dark Khan-ness of it is so Dark Khanning that it's commendable. Like, it's insane, and I think it actually looks okay. But you're not going to get me to play Dormammu anytime soon. But this is definitely different looking, that's for sure. I'm going to give this one like a 7. Yes. As a Ghost Rider player, I like Ghost Rider a lot in this game. Goddamn, man, this is pretty good. I love the fact that they gave him a scarf. So Ghost Rider has a red scarf. Like, my team's scarf in the game was X Command Mission, as well as Strider. But now, oh my god, dude, they gave Ghost Rider a red scarf to match Strider? That's pretty sick. I think this is possibly one of my favorite things in this entire fucking game right now. And this shot right here, this shot is what cements it. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. This one gets a goddamn 10 out of 10. Fuck. Okay, we were memeing it up pretty hard on the weekend we were doing video games, talking about the different colors and costumes and characters that could be added to the game. And we were like, man, what if they put Dante into the game? I can't believe they actually did it. I can't believe they actually put Dante into the game. And the thing that frustrates me the most is that he looks better than DMC3 Dante. They actually did a really good job at recreating this. Like, to be brutally honest, DMC I don't think is a bad game. I think there's a lot of things in DMC that are better than the other Devil May Cry games. Because the Devil May Cry games always have, like, the greatest combat engines, except 2. But always lead to something very weird, like, gameplay design-wise. You have to backtrack a whole bunch, of weird level design and stuff like that. But I still think DMC3 is absolutely the best one. And yeah, DMC3 Dante looks weird in Marvel Infinite in most cases, especially the artwork, and somehow they made friggin' Dante look good. It blows my mind that they would actually choose this, like, for the memes alone, but at the same time it bugs me that they ignored the greatest Devil May Cry costume there is. Like, Devil May Cry 2 Dante always had the best design in the worst game. Like, DMC2 was bad. But my god, dude, this is the dopest fucking costume. I only hope. There's going to be multiple waves of these things, so there might be a chance in the future that we could get a nice Dante costume. Please. Spencer, I don't know what the fuck, man. Like, how does he look even weirder than before? I know it's referencing some old Bionic Commando, like, bad guy character, but sweet Jesus, man. I mean, he looks okay, but Spencer's not being done any favors in this game in terms of the way he looks. It's kind of crazy. And once again, Captain Old Weird Buttface looks even weirder now. I don't get it, man. What the hell, Spencer? Just go away. I'm probably going to give Spencer like a 4. I forgot to rate it. Dino, I'm going to go back. Dante, I'm going to probably give like an 8. Because it's executed well. And that's it. Arthur looks great. Like, I actually really like this costume. I hate fighting against Arthur. I don't think anyone enjoys fighting against Arthur, but this is a really cool looking alternate, and I think looks pretty damn awesome. Probably give this one about an 8 as well. Good idea. Looks different. Good stuff. Oh my god, Rock Puncher. So this is a reference to what I believe to be an alternate costume for Chris in Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. It's one of those things you found in like the closet where you can change costumes for like Jill. You can make her look like Sarah Connor, I think it was. The other ones, that might have been a different Resident Evil, like 3. But this is like one of Chris's old original costumes. Like he straight has like a Shenmue style jacket. And I think there's a really specific angel design in the back of the jacket, which they're not showing up in these screenshots, which sucks. But I don't think it looks amazing. Chris doesn't have a lot of other reference costumes that he can go back to, because we already had the RE1 costume back in the other game. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks great. They should have gone with that crazy pervy sailor one. Yeah, that's the one. I kind of think Ryu's, as someone that's used Ryu probably more than most in this game, I think Ryu's is actually kind of awesome. It's referencing back to Street Fighter 4's first alternate costume that he had, which looks like he's a friggin' burn victim. It's like he was in a house on fire and made it out somehow. I think it looks okay. It definitely looks a lot better in-game. I think most of these damn costumes, like these character renders, do not look great, man. Like the in-game character artwork, if not the actual in-game model itself, looks better than these renders. It's the same for a lot of the other artwork as well. It's very bizarre. But no, I like it a lot. The only thing that's obviously missing is that it's not Bearded Ryu. Like, can we acknowledge that Bearded Ryu should be the only Ryu from this point forward? Like, that is a good design, and it looks genuinely better and different in unique ways than the original Ryu, just with a beard. So, I don't know. I'm hoping Bearded Ryu gets added at some time, or someone just mods in his damn beard from Street Fighter V. But I like it. I'm gonna give this one like an 8. So Chun-Li's we saw for the Funko Pop thing. Like, there's a bunch of Funko Pop characters that kind of leaked costumes, which we'll talk about a couple others that we know about. But this was one of them. Weird thing is the size of her head. Like, what the hell? Why is her head so small? It might just be something weird, but I think this is a good-looking costume. This is Chun-Li's, like, regular girl outfit at the end of, like, Street Fighter 2 after she beats Bison and doesn't have to worry about her father anymore and stuff like that. She essentially is like, now I get to be a real girl, and just rips off her Chun-Li costume and has this outfit that looks like she belongs in, like, Scottish mountains or something like that. She looks okay. I think she looks interesting. Once again, the in-game model looks a bit better, I think, than the character renders. But yeah, her head, I don't know if it's just the size of her goddamn thighs, but her head looks really small in comparison. Some weird-ass thigh of Rob Liefeld shit going on here. But I think it's okay. Once again, a cute reference to an old-ass obscure thing. I think I might have liked Chun-Li's, the Chun-Li dress costume, the one that was originally in Street Fighter 4, the one that showed up in Street Fighter 5, the really lewd-ass Chun-Li dress. I don't even like it just because it's hell lewd and shows off the thiak. I just kind of think it's a cool-looking costume for Chun. And, but I don't think this is bad. I'd give this one, like, maybe a 7. It's okay. So, Morrigan's, I was like, what the hell? What is this? And I started thinking back, and someone posted a GIF of an old sprite of Morrigan. It's when she, like, at the end of a win screen, I think in Marvel 1 or certain Versus games, as well as Darkstalkers, she transforms into this one pose that has, like, casual, like club outfit on, and it's very similar to this. It looks pretty damn close. So I don't think this one looks bad. The weird thing is that if you get out on this girl's face, like the things I had hella problems with, I don't think it looks... Goddamn, fucking Chesty LaRue in this shit. This looks good. Like, this looks really good. And I think her face actually looks good from these angles as well. It's weird. It's like they actually tweaked some parts of it to make it better. Maybe they're actually listening. I don't know. I think this costume looks fantastic. I don't think it's incredible. I might have preferred a Lilith costume of some kind, but I think it's neat. I think it's neat. Maybe they're saving Lilith for the next wave. I'm gonna give this one about a 7, maybe an 8. I think it's good. Character I wish wasn't in the game, but holy fuck, they turned Firebrand into friggin' Ridley. Tell me what the hell this is from in Ghosts and Goblins, because I've never seen this shit before. I also didn't ever beat Ghosts and Goblins, admittedly. But goddamn, this thing looks nightmarish in-game. Really damn cool. Like, really damn cool. And I always thought Firebrand was weird because he was this big, red, naked dude. And now he's a really creepy goblin purple naked guy. It's okay. I'm gonna give this one about a 7 because I really don't have much attachment to Firebrand. God damn it. So they gave Nemesis a Mr. X costume from Resident Evil 2. I find it funny that I know so much more about where the costumes come from in the Capcom games. Admittedly, guys, in Marvel vs. Capcom games, I'm usually not in them for the Marvel characters, it's the Capcom side. So this is Mr. X from Resident Evil 2, which is the first, like, big dude that taunts you and chases you around and busts down walls in RE2. Genuinely freaky-ass, like, intense shit, which was, pretty awesome that they're referencing him with Nemesis. I do like this a lot more than the busted-up version of Nemesis, like the Form 3 version, which was in Marvel, Ultimate Marvel 3, where he had, like, you know, exposed, wriggling tentacles and all this nasty stuff all over his body. It's because he's, like, taken damage throughout the game, and that's what he looks like later in RE3. I think this is really damn cool. Like, I absolutely love it because Nemesis was definitely an inspiration from Mr. X. And now we got a Mr. X costume. Let's hope that someone can actually mod a Mr. X face, because it's just a basic-ass dude face with no eyes. I think this is a really good reference. I'm probably going to give Nemesis about an 8, and I think it looks good. So, there you have it. That's all the costumes that are in the game right now. I like some of the references these things are making. Some of the costumes, I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? And then other ones I think look good, and somehow are showing a hopeful sign of progression that Capcom is taking with the overall art and aesthetic of the game. I think some of the stuff does look good. So that's reassuring because, my god, dude, the next wave is where all the characters I play are. It's like the majority of characters I really want to see, they're all in the next wave, especially with Strider, especially with X. I just want to see what they're doing to Zero and many of the other characters. We already had a pretty good glimpse at what they're doing to Gamora and X. Let me go pull it up. So we pretty much have a solid idea based on these Funko Pop images that popped up about a few weeks ago of what alternate costumes are going to be, because up here we had Chun-Li, which is the exact same one that was there before. But over here you get an idea of what might be happening with the alternate characters. You see what Ultron's going to look like. You see what Gamora's going to look like. Funny thing is, Strider does not have an alternate here, so we still don't know what Strider is. I'll show you guys an image of what I hope it is. But the nice part is that the Mega Man X up here is referencing that video we made a ton, like many years ago, about that April Fool's thing that came out where Mega Man had this design that looked absolutely awesome. And they eventually ended up making it into a toy. So it was like a even more futuristic redesigned version of X that was dope. Let me just find an image of it. Here it is. And I love this shit. Like, this is... X is one of my main characters in this game. He's admittedly hard to use, but my god, dude. One of the biggest gripes I have with X, as well as Zero, is that they look like waxed cars. Like, their body parts don't really have any detail to them, or robotic detail at all. And I hope that if they add this costume, which is directly referencing this thing up here, that'll be pretty sick, man. Like, I'll be very happy, and it looks like it absolutely is that because it has the vents in the legs, this has the vents in the legs and the body. Just give X a little bit of detail on his body parts, and I think that'll actually look really cool. Other than that, you get a glimpse at Rocket Raccoon with the full bodysuit, more shots of Gamora. Once again, Strider isn't on here, but let me show you what Strider should look like. So this is Strider from 2014, the one that was made by Double Helix and produced by Capcom. This design is fucking awesome. Please, Capcom. My god, if you want all my goddamn money, please do this. I'm already getting a lot of Strider homages happening right now, which is awesome with Zeku and stuff, and goddamn, Zeku looks really good, but this design for Strider is the dopest shits. I very much hope that they do something like this in some way, because, man, dude, if we can get 2 Laser Scarf characters with Command Mission X and Strider, I'll be very happy. So there you have it. That's all the costumes that are out there right now. I'm not super happy about their individual pricing being $4. Together, like, $1 per costume for $30 isn't terrible, but you don't get all of them right now. That's the problem, is that it's just like the first half, and then the next half is coming later. So you're pretty much paying for half of them right now and then getting the next half later. So it's a very weird situation. I'm not surprised that Capcom is doing the exact same thing they've done with Ultra Street Fighter 4 as well as Street Fighter 5 moving forward with Marvel Infinite. It's going to be obvious that they're going to need revenue in some way because the game is probably not going to be selling very well even in the Americas. Once the sales figures come out, we'll talk about that, what my hopes for the future of the game are, because we don't have any concrete information about how poorly the game sold. We just know that it didn't do great in the UK as well as Asia. And I can see why that happened. I mean, I definitely can, but we'll see. If people like this stuff, then maybe it can get the same kind of support as Street Fighter V. I'm just hoping that Marvel Infinite will get stuff like this, like small incremental updates of all these costumes and crazy things going forward into the years, and then we get another situation like Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, where you can release the entire game with all those characters for a cheaper price. I guarantee you that's what everybody is waiting for in terms of this game, because everyone knows it's going to happen. Like, they released Marvel 3 with Ultimate Marvel 3 within like an 8-month gap, so people learned. I mean, obviously people learned from Street Fighter V, and people learned from that. No one forgot, and that could be a big reason why Marvel Infinite's in the state it is. I just hope that it keeps getting developer support. So that's where we're at right now. That's what I feel about the costumes. What's your guys' favorite costume and all this stuff? Because this stuff gets me excited. I like seeing references to old Capcom games that people might have forgotten about. Either way, dudes, thank you a ton for watching. I'll be back with more as soon as we get an idea of the next costumes. And my next video about Marvel Infinite specifically is going to be talking about the graphic settings of the game and how you can get the PC version to look a lot better, if not probably the way the game should have looked originally. Thank you dudes a ton for watching. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.